So it's time for another update on my Honda Goldwing accident that I had a few weeks ago. I'm going to tell you all about some new stuff coming up, what you can look forward to, and that's coming up right now.
This video is sponsored by Cruiseman's Garage Honda Goldwing Maintenance Video Series.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruiseman's Garage, and today I'm just going to give you a quick update on what's going on. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of messages, a lot of comments asking about the status of the Goldwing. And for those of you that maybe this is your first time watching the channel, had a motorcycle accident a few weeks ago in West Texas. I was on my way out to see my brother when a semi at an intersection, he was stopped at an intersection and he backed into my motorcycle, causing some pretty serious damage. We had to have it towed into the dealership there in Midland. I'm going to give you an update, but first I want to give you an update on some of the new videos and what you can expect in the coming days and weeks. This accident has really thrown things into a state of flux, so I just thought I'd get a cup of coffee this morning, come here and just talk to you a little bit. This is completely unscripted. In fact, I did this video yesterday. Here are my notes that I just crumpled up and threw away because I thought I was done. I didn't think I was going to have to reshoot this video. But when I got into my office to do the editing, I realized I had forgot to plug in my microphone and there was no audio. Rookie mistake, but it happens. Seems to happen to me a little more often than it should. Nevertheless, let me just give you some of the rundown. Saturday, I believe it was Saturday, I posted, or maybe it was Sunday, I posted a review of the Evo 300 from Fantic. It's a portable power station. I'll put a link to that up in the corner of this video, and I'll also put it in the description down below. Now, some of you have shown an interest in this, and I've had a few questions about it that I did not answer in my review video, so let me do that now. One of you asked me, well, how long will it charge using like a battery tender? Like if you want to charge your motorcycle, you want to keep your trickle charger, your maintainer going on a battery charger, what does that draw? So I went out to my garage, I hooked up the battery tender to the Fantic Evo 300, and it looks like when you're maintaining a good battery that's fully charged, it kind of fluctuates between 3 watts and 10 watts of draw. So it just kind of flutters back and forth. That would give you anywhere, at 10 watts, that would give you 30 hours of battery, of Evo battery. Or at 3 watts, that would give you roughly 90 to 100 hours of battery. So it's going to be somewhere in there. I'm just going to take a wild guess, probably a couple of days, probably 48 hours if you were charging using one battery tender on one motorcycle. Now, somebody was asking, they have 3 different motorcycles, and you might ask, why would you do this? Well, let's say you've got the motorcycle in a trailer and you're traveling cross country. You want to keep the battery tender going while you're in the trailer. Or maybe you store your motorcycles in a shed temporarily, or you're going to a camping site and you want to keep the batteries maintained while you're doing your off-road stuff. So if you have 3 motorcycles with 3 different battery tenders hooked up to that, you're going to have to do the math. But one battery tender, I think, is probably going to last you between 40 to 48 hours, maybe 50 hours, something like that. The next question I had is, how long does it take to fully charge this Evo 300? So what I did is I put it here in the office. I hooked all my lights up. It was able to actually handle every light in my studio. That took it about an hour and a half. It could run for an hour to an hour and a half with all these lights going. I've got 3 different lights here. 2 of them are LEDs. One of them, I don't know what it is. I got it down to 1%. I drug it all the way down to 1%, and then I plugged in the AC charger, which is a 90-watt charger, and it took about 3.5 hours to get it to 80%. It took maybe another 45 minutes to get it to 100%. So you can kind of use that as a guide of how long it takes to charge it. Now, you can also plug in a USB-C cable and charge it simultaneously with USB-C and that 90-watt charger. So that would have gone faster had I done that, but I did not. So nevertheless, that gives you some of those charge times. Somebody also asked me a question. What if you wanted to carry this in your motorcycle trailer? Say you have a motorcycle camping trailer or any motorcycle trailer, and could you put their solar panels on top of the trailer to keep the this Evo 300 charged as you're going down the road, as you're riding to your destination? That might be possible. I don't know if it's feasible. Certainly that's not the intended purpose. I'm sure somebody out there could rig up a way to do it. To me, a better system would just be to run a power tap off your battery back to the trailer. You probably already have one anyway if you have an isolator. And as long as you've got 12-volt power back there in the trailer, just use that cigarette lighter style adapter that comes with the Evo 300 and charge it using your motorcycle battery as you're going down the highway. I think that's going to be more efficient and probably be a lot less money. You wouldn't have to buy the solar panel. Now, maybe you want the solar panel for when you get to your camping destination. You want to be able to use that, but you can always use your motorcycle battery. Okay, got that out of the way. So what's coming up in the future? Well, in a couple of days, I'm going to be doing a review, or I'm going to try to do a review of this a new Pinnacle luggage rack from Pinnacle's the company that sent me those radiator guards recently. You maybe saw that video. Well, they sent me a luggage rack for a 2021 to 2023 Honda Goldwing, the larger trunk. And I haven't really looked at it closely yet, but we're going to. I'm going to take it out of the box and we're going to look at it. Unfortunately, I have no way to install it to do a review. I'm just going to have to review it here in the studio, show you what it looks like. If you're local in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you have a 21 to 23 Honda Goldwing and you're interested in this luggage rack, let me know. I'll put my email address in the description of the video. Let me know, and I will, maybe there's a way we can work something out. Maybe we can get you this luggage rack to install. I won't be able to do the installation, but I'm sure you can install it yourself. It's probably not that hard. That's just a possibility. I don't want to have to ship it across the country. So if you're local, let me know in the comments. Okay, one other thing I forgot to mention about that Fantic Evo 300. I was on Amazon this morning. I saw a really good deal. I think this thing, our normal deal we have is like $249, which is a good price. But it seemed like I found a deal on Amazon where they were selling the Evo 300 with the carrying case, which it doesn't normally come with a carrying case. That's an option. And they had a deal, I think, for $199. So I don't know how long that deal is going to last. Sometimes these Amazon deals only last 24 hours. There's no way to know. But I will put a link to that deal in the description of this video so you can take advantage of that if you're interested in that Evo 300. Okay, now, I'll be doing another video later in the week on a new pair of boots I received that I ordered, and it's not sponsored. I paid for the boots. They weren't inexpensive, but I love them. I am a big fan. I've been using them now for over a month, and I want to make sure to tell you all about them. So I will talk about my new riding boots in a video probably before the end of the week. As far as my review of the NC750X, that's in editing right now. That's going to take a little while. Interesting motorcycle, by the way. But Honda has been notified that, for video and photo purposes, I'm pretty much finished, and they will be coming to pick that bike up this week. I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have the shipping company come pick it up. Thank you again to Honda for sending me that motorcycle. I'm also communicating with Triumph. I'm trying to get another Triumph motorcycle in here to review. And I will be in touch with Indian as well to see if I can get another Indian model to review. Don't know how that's going to go yet. I have reached out to BMW, but it looks like that's going to require me traveling to California. So this motorcycle wreck has kind of thrown all of those plans into oblivion right now. In fact, let's just go ahead and tell you what's going on with the motorcycle wreck coming up right after this. So it's been 3 weeks, Saturday, just a couple days ago. That was 3 weeks since the motorcycle accident, and the motorcycle's still sitting at Midland Powersports awaiting repair. I did locate and reach out last Tuesday to the service manager at Midland Powersports. His name is Nathan, I believe, and he seemed like a very nice man. If any of you, I know some of you live in West Texas, maybe you've dealt with Midland Powersports, their service department, maybe you know Nathan, but he seemed very nice. I made him aware that I would like to talk to the service tech that's going to be working on the bike before they tear into it, because I've added some accessories, and I think it would be important for me to kind of walk him through where these things are, what they do, and how to unhook them. Rather than then just going in there and start tearing stuff apart. So he agreed to do that. He took my phone number, and we talked for quite some time. I made him aware of how picky I am about my painted surfaces, that everything had been ceramic coated. I'm very picky about keeping my paint. The bike was in mint condition when I took it in. Now, some people might say, well, the bike's 5 years old. It was a 2018. Doesn't matter. I guarantee you, and Don Smith and Dale can vouch for me on this, there was not a scratch on that motorcycle when I took it in. So I expect it to be in that condition when I pick it up, because that's one of the things I'm just very picky about. I know some guys aren't. I know people think I'm crazy for that, but that's just the way I am. He understood. He said, no problem. They lay everything out on a tarp. When they're working on it, they're very careful with painted parts. We'll see. And then I get a call from my progressive adjuster on Friday, a few days after I spoke with Nathan. And the adjuster tells me that they had spoken to somebody at Midland Powersports, and they had found some other issues, that they're going to need more parts. I have not received that supplemental claim yet, but apparently they are making a supplemental claim to my original claim for some additional parts, but I don't know what they are yet. He told me a few things, but I don't remember. So it kind of bothered me a little bit that apparently they had already torn into the bike and started working on it, and nobody ever did call me. The technician never called, I understand from a technician standpoint, they probably don't like dealing with the customers. I get that, but I don't think I'm your typical customer. I made Nathan aware of my YouTube channel. I made him aware that, this is the most recognizable, probably, I'm assuming, this is the most recognizable Goldwing, maybe in the world, because of all the videos that have been done on YouTube. And just kind of tried to, work that into the conversation without it trying to come across like I'm arrogant or anything like that, which is, hard for me to do. So basically, that's where we stand on the motorcycle repairs. As far as my injury goes, where I fell off the bike, some of you probably saw the picture of the big bruise on my leg. I did go to my doctor. I did, the physician's assistant, I did check it out. She did prescribe an x-ray. I don't think anything's broken, or I would know it by now. There's not any massive amount of swelling, but what I am experiencing is some kind of, I would call it muscular pain. She did prescribe some muscle relaxers for me. Any discomfort and pain that I've had since the accident, I am able to pretty much deal with either Advil or these muscle relaxers. I wouldn't say it's debilitating pain, but it's uncomfortable. I just want, I'll just put that out there. That's all I'm going to say. I have communicated with the trucking company or the trucker's insurance company. I'm not going to get into how those conversations have gone at this point. I don't think that's probably smart until everything works through to some sort of settlement or agreement. This is affecting my business. That's the biggest thing. Is I have probably a dozen different products that I could review and do videos on, but I can't because I don't have my Goldwing here to use as the backdrop. The biggest damage to me right now is the loss of business, and there's other things I'm not going to get into, but basically the bread and butter of my business are my maintenance videos. Not only did I have some maintenance videos scheduled to be produced, but the main way I promote my maintenance videos is through my YouTube channel. That's how I advertise. And if I don't have Goldwing content on the channel, Goldwing owners don't tend to watch as much as they would as if I did have my Goldwing and I'm doing, even if it's just a motovlog featuring my Goldwing. So I'm not able to reach as many Goldwing riders with my message about my maintenance videos as I would be able to if I had my motorcycle here. It's kind of the star of the show. The motorcycle is the prop. It's the one of the primary reasons for the channel. Probably 75% of the people that view my videos own a Honda Goldwing, or they're in the market for a Honda Goldwing, or they're buying a Honda Goldwing, or they're considering a Honda Goldwing, whatever. I think everybody understands that. So there is definitely a disruption to my business. It's already lasted 3 weeks. I suspect it will last another 2 or 3 weeks. And then I have to fly back to Midland. There's a hassle of having to do that. I have to fly back to Midland. I have to check the bike, make sure it's done properly. If there's something that's not done properly, or if I don't feel like the motorcycle is safe to ride, then I have to maybe have it trailered back. Now, I'll take you along for this whole miserable experience. So I'll be doing videos so you know what you can expect. If you're out of town and you have an accident, this is the kind of thing you may have to go through. So I will once again say, overall, I think I've been pretty pleased with Progressive and how they've handled this. Now, Nathan did tell me, the service manager there at Midland Powersports did say it was a good thing that I have Progressive because they are the only company that has a rep locally in the Midland area, in that West Texas area, that they have an adjuster, I should say, and that Progressive is very good for them to work with. They're very good about that. If Midland Powersports says the motorcycle needs something, Progressive is very responsive, and they will provide the supplemental coverage if necessary. So that's good. Like I say, every communication I've had with Progressive has been positive so far, and so I'm pleased with that. If you have Progressive insurance, put in the comments down below what your experience has been, or whoever your insurance company is. So that's it. I am taking the muscle relaxers. I'm still waiting to hear. I think probably going to take another week or two to get the rest of these parts in so that they can complete the job. I wish I had had the opportunity to speak with the technician or the tech that's working on the bike. That didn't happen before they tore into it, apparently. I say apparently because I'm assuming they had to tear into the bike to find out they needed these other parts. As soon as I get this supplemental, I know they're going to be replacing the front fork. I know they're going to replace the wheel, the front tire, the front fender, all of the bracing required for that. I think there might be some other brake component that they're going to have to replace, but I don't know the details on that right now. I will update you anytime I get information. I'll put out one of these updates. If you're interested, feel free, watch it, let me know. So anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support through this because I know those of you that you just want Goldwing content. You don't care. You know, you don't care about my wreck. You don't care. You just want to see stuff being installed on a Goldwing. And I know a lot of you that have supported the channel over the years are continuing to watch these videos regardless, and that's a huge plus. And when you take the time, which only takes a second, to click that thumbs up down underneath the video, that really helps the channel. And it really does help these videos, because what it does is it tells YouTube that there's a positive response to the video, and that means YouTube's more likely to recommend it to people who aren't subscribers. So the more thumbs up, the more comments you post, the more people that subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I will tell you that 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribers. So if you haven't done so already, please take a second to click that subscribe. And I hate promoting subscriptions. I really do. I really don't. I don't care about, I mean, it's not that I don't care about subscribers, but you don't make any money on YouTube for having subscribers. But when people subscribe to the videos, it indicates to YouTube, as part of their algorithm that we're all trying to figure out, it indicates to them that there's a big interest in your channel, that there's a big interest in your content, and that adds to this algorithm so that they're more likely to spread your video around out there in their universe. So subscribe, click the thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. I will update you soon. Watch for these other videos coming up, and I'll see you on the next Cruiseman's Garage. Remember what I always say: ride often, but ride safe.